Hello guys, this is part 4 of choosing your university. I'm still on number 4, cost, and I know I'm taking a lot of time on it, but it's because it's so important. Um, in the end, once you get all your acceptance letters, you're gonna have to decide based on financial aid offers. So I really want to talk about costs, and I'll talk a little bit more about financial aid in the next video too. Um, I'm gonna mostly talk about private universities because I don't know. I guess it was by accident. I ended up applying to mostly private universities, mostly because they were Catholic, and I kind of wanted to go to Catholic university, I guess. So I'll try to get some other person to do a video on financial aid offers for public universities because I don't know what happened to me, but I did not get that many good offers from public universities. So I don't know. I'm guessing I'm just bad at that. I don't know what happened. But I want to talk about something that you should really take into consideration if you're applying to a private university. Um, it doesn't have to be private, but I think this is mostly private schools. I'm not quite sure, but um, there's this thing that's called colleges and universities that meet 100% of need. So what this means is um, there are some universities like I applied to St. Edward's and St. Mary's, and they're both private, but they don't meet 100% of need. So what that means is if the school calculates that your parents have, for example, $40,000 in need, they will only award you $30,000. So the other $10,000 are up to you to find out how to pay that. And that's kind of what happened to me with St. Edward's. They only offered me half, or kind of like 2/3 of what I needed in financial need. So what these universities do is they calculate your need and they meet all of it. So it's called the financial aid gap, I think it's called, when they leave that like money blank, like they're not gonna pay that and you need to come up with it somehow. So if you're planning on applying to a private universities, you should probably look at this list and just kind of see which ones offer 100% of financial aid need. For example, my college is here, Colgate. Colgate does match 100% of financial need. So I really like that, and that's kind of why I ended up going to them because they did not leave a gap for me to figure out how to pay. Um, so there, yeah, I think the only university here that's in Texas, from what I see, is Rice. But um, is Rice even on here? Yeah, it's right there. So if you're planning on applying out of state, because I see most of these are out of state, look at this list and kind of consider if you want to apply to any of these. Most of these are pretty good schools too, like Amherst, Barnard College. They are pretty good schools, and so I would consider, even if you don't get in, apply to one of these universities because they will give you a very generous financial aid offer, and that's very important. Um, but yeah, I will try to get someone else to talk about public universities. Because they're public, they're getting most of their money and funding from the government, so I'm guessing that's why they need to be a little bit more like careful about what they award. But it was within my experience that public universities did not award me that much. But I know people who got like really generous offers from universities that are public, so I will try to get someone else to talk about that. I'm just not the person because that didn't work out for me. Um, so yeah, that kind of just blends into financial aid offers. Um, I probably make a video on this way later on in the college application process to kind of help people understand what they're being awarded. Because when you get your award package, you shouldn't just look at the number that they're giving you. Like it says awarded like 20 grand, but you also need to pay attention to the loans because that was kind of me with UT. I saw that I was awarded like $24,000 and I was like, oh, that's perfect. But then I saw 20,000 of those were loans, and not essentially that loans are terrible things, but some of them, like, it can accumulate over the years. And especially if you're trying to go into a graduate program, it's probably not the best idea to start getting into debt the very first year of your undergrad because graduate programs cost a lot more money. And so just you need to know how to balance the costs, I suppose I'm trying to say here. But yeah, I'm probably going to skip that for the next video because you don't really need to know about that yet until you get your financial aid awards. So I will talk about admissions rates and admissions criteria. So until next time.